start with some good news, I guess. Yeah, Peter Mrazek back practicing. Tell us what you think of that.
Yeah, he's feeling good. Today was his first full team practice, so it's still part of the process of him returning, but all signs are very positive here right now, and he's feeling good.
Any target date for his return?
Well, today, as I said, was his first full day practice, so we'll just have to see how he gets through today. He's not going to back up or play tomorrow, and we'll take it day by day from there.
Jack was just what you guys have been doing, just managing his workload and whatnot?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It just made sense to not give him the full workload here today, given that he's going to play again tomorrow, and at the same time allows us to get Mrazek more work.
What's your sense of how John, as the captain, is helping the team navigate what's going on now?
I think he's doing a good job of it. I mean, he's always on top of the pulse of the team and talking to players, and he and our entire leadership group, they talk amongst themselves frequently and communicate with the coaching staff frequently. So I think he's done a nice job, and it's not just him. Even though he is the captain, he's got a lot of support around him, and I think our team is, as individuals, the most experienced guys, the veteran guys. They're helping to push the team and help navigate our way through this.
One of those veterans is Jason Spezza. How much do you rely on him as a go-between maybe with some of the younger players?
Yeah, I mean, he's our most senior player, and he's been through a lot. He's got great perspective. He also has great respect amongst his teammates. So I trust his instincts and his thoughts. At the same time, he's a guy that I go to and can challenge and push and all those things, and he's able to, he himself, with his own game, has taken on that over the last year and a half or so, and has adapted his own game and his own role. That itself allows him to have an even greater voice, amongst the team, because he's such an important player for us. But yeah, he's a nice guy to have around for sure. I think we've talked about that a lot. And when you're going through what we are here this the last week or so, it's very helpful.
Alexander Kerfoot identified work ethic and focus as a couple issues the last few games. As a coach, what can you do for them to improve that, or is that just they have to look within themselves?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Coaches have a role in all of this, no doubt. In terms of work ethic, I think what he's alluding to, or at least what we've been discussing, is our guys work hard. Our guys compete. I mean, you can't survive in the league if you don't work hard. Everybody's working hard, but there's another level to get to. And I think we've yet to get there. That's the reality. So that's why when I talked about last night about some of the positives that came out of it, not just the fact that I thought we did some good things, but I think it was a real nice example of what it takes. I thought that Carolina team, from the start of the game all the way through, and as I say, I think there were good chunks of the game where we matched them and we were with them, especially in the early going in that first period. Yet it shows that we've got more to give and we got another level to get to. So I think that's what we're referring to there. And then the level of focus, that whether you call it focus, you can use that word. We've been using consistency a lot, which it's the same kind of thing. It's just it's one thing to do it for a little bit, but the good teams are the ones that are doing it most consistently, and they're keeping that focus all the time. It doesn't come and go, and I think that's where we're at. We've been in games virtually every game that we've played in here, maybe save for the Pittsburgh game we've been in, and yet even the Pittsburgh game, I thought there's times there where we're right there early. In that game it was 1-1, and we had some really good opportunities. I think Austin on the power play hits the inside of the post, would have put us up 2-1 in that game, and it doesn't go our way. Rather than just staying with it, the game gets away on us. So it's little things like that, that we're looking for in terms of the consistency. Last night we score first, and I thought we did some good things despite the fact we didn't get as many pucks to the net as we would like. I thought we did a nice job, save for a couple of times they got in behind us in that first period. We really didn't give up much in terms of scoring chances, and we were very competitive in the game. So that's a really good sign for us, but doing it some of the time is not going to cut it.
I asked some of the players about the adversity that they're facing this early in the season. I think you mentioned last night, it's not a bad thing to get out of it. They kind of agreed. I just wonder if you could expand on that. Is this adversity something that if you can put your words into action, you'll be the better team for it?
I certainly believe that, and I do believe we will get through it, and that's why I've remained confident as we're going through this. It sucks. It's not fun to go through. It's not fun to talk about, but it's part of the process. It takes what it takes here, and we think we have a really good team. We've got lots of great ingredients, good players, and we've played some good hockey. But as I'm saying, some good hockey doesn't cut it. We've got to put it all together here. But we do believe in the group, and we believe that having experienced this here now will help us down the line. I look at last season, and we really didn't face something like this really until it counted the most, and we didn't find our way out of that one. So we're here. The guys remain committed. I remain confident and have lots of belief in our group. Tomorrow night's another opportunity for us to put it on the ice.
For some of the veteran guys, they've been through this in different points in their career, but guys like Austin and Mitch, their entire time in the NHL, it's usually been strong starts out of the gate. Do you approach it differently with guys who've had that experience as opposed to guys who haven't?
I'm not, no. I mean, I look at each situation as different and unique. With those guys, Austin's a different case because he missed camp and preseason and all of that. So he's got some different dynamics at play here that he's sorting through. In Mitch's case, the puck didn't go in for him or his line mates early on in the season, but I thought he was playing really well and producing a lot for us. And then now all of a sudden it snowballs, right? It starts to grow a little bit here, and then that dynamic changes. So we're trying to just help support Mitch, and our team's trying to support each other all the way through it. You've got to just stick within the team structure and the team system and play hard, be competitive. Overall, those players are just too good to not break free. So that's really what we're looking for, is just a continued commitment to our team game, and then the individual pieces will come together inside of that.
What is the key for John and Mitch to kind of rediscover some of that chemistry?
Well, just to keep playing. I mean, I thought those guys did some good things yesterday too. I mean, John hit the post. At a time, I can't remember what the score was at that time. I think we might have been down 2-1 maybe, and we hit the post there on that really good chance. But Mitch had the puck a fair bit yesterday, and in a game that the puck was hard to come by. So I thought those guys did some good things. I thought, with Kerfoot as well, I thought that line, I was happy with it, especially watching it back on video. They had lots of good speed on the wings, and John found good spots, made little plays around the rink. So I was really happy with that. I didn't think there was much there defensively that were issues for that line. So a lot of really good positive things. That's why we wanted to stick with those lines and see what we can grow from that.
How might flipping Mitch and William for some looks on the power play help jumpstart that top unit?
Yeah, we're going to see. I mean, we haven't decided necessarily what we're going to look like tomorrow, but we've obviously been focusing more on the look that you've seen to date, and we haven't really done much differently. So we wanted to get some reps here today with a little bit of a different look, so we can have an adjustment if we feel necessary. But it's just like, obviously the results haven't been there for us, so we can't just continue to do the same thing. So just giving us another look, another option that we may be able to go to, we felt is important. We don't have a great deal of practice time here, so we wanted to get those touches in today.